your face, God. Show us the face of God tonight, Jesus. We're seeking your face, God. We're seeking a breakthrough, Jesus.
Okay, so this chick, B. Simone, hosted a prayer conference with some booty shorts on. Now, look, here's the thing. I can't judge nobody. Neither can you, right? But if we are paying attention to the signs, if we are paying attention to this woman's actions, it's clear as day what type of person she is. She's using religion as a joke. She's simply doing all this to find her husband. She's using religion for all the wrong reasons. Because look, in the Bible, it says, come as you are, right? But once you decide to take a leadership position, now you're influencing others. Now you got to lead by example. And coming to church with some booty shorts, what type of example are you setting? And this is how I know this chick was phony, because she claims she gave her life to Christ, but she's still clout chasing. This was a clout chasing move. And this is why I tell you all dudes all the time, bro. Don't pay attention to a woman's words. Pay attention to her actions. Because she's praying and she's doing all this and she's doing all that. But I'm seeing the same person. I'm seeing the same person, bro. Because she's doing the same thing. She's still out here clout chasing, but she's doing it in God's name. And that's why it's sad, bro. You host a prayer meeting dressed like this with a blazer and some booty shorts. I mean, come on. How much attention do you need? And that's why this thing is not about praising God and things like that. This thing is all about this woman using God's name to clout chase and to find her mystery husband. Look, in case y'all not really up on this chick, I did a breakdown on this chick a while ago. Check this out.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm single?
Why do I think you're single?
Because I always repeat the question when it. Why do I think you're single?
Set me up on a blind date with somebody.
Okay.
But they have to know it's me. I don't want them to be like, get to the date and be like, be Simone.
I got this, because they do that to me all the time. So, you know, I got the restaurants popping and I'll set it up, have it there, and I'll make sure, you know, I'm gonna make sure security is right, so ain't no crazy niggas pulling up on you.
Okay.
Like, I will give you, I'm gonna do this. Be Simone.
So I can't know who the guy is, but the guy has to know he's coming on a date with me.
Yes, of course. Now, now I need to hear the prerequisites. I need to hear what do they have to have?
A
Tall,
little
older. What's the
older?
age?
He can't have a 9 to 5.
What? Why not? You don't want him to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't.
So
like, he can't clock in and clock out.
No.
Damn,
I think
Simone.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Okay, but still, there's.
5 years ago, this is the same chick who refused to date a man who works an honest 9 to 5. A man who is working a regular job, making an honest living. She thought that she was too good for a man like that. And this is the problem with most women. They will always turn down the men on their level. And they will always shoot for the stars. They will always chase the men that are not into them.
He's so good, you be getting this money, losing weight, eating healthy, damn near vegan and shit. Edges his back like they never left, hair growing back from all the breakage, skin glowing, smiling, good job. You know I got into it with none of your girlfriends, and all of a sudden, a fuck boy would have come into your life and fuck shit up! Leave me alone! Shit! If you ain't gonna be right, ain't gonna do right, leave me alone, bruh! Sick of this shit, I swear to God, and that nigga that break my heart, don't have to square the fuck up! On God! I was doing so good, going to church and shit, getting right with the Lord. Me and Jesus was best friends until I met you! Now bitch just cry! Like, why the fuck am I crying? Leave me alone!
But they feel they are entitled to those men. So this is what she said 5 years ago.
I would never date a man with a 9 to 5 at this stage of my life. I want to date a guy at Foot Locker.
This is what she's saying 5 years later. Why am I single? And if you look at her, it looks like she gained weight and she aged a little bit. So now desperation is kicking in.
Why do I think you single? That's not your focus. You capping, bro. You don't want no relationship right now.
That's crazy you say that.
Yeah, you don't want no relationship. It just sounds good.
Because I don't put no energy in it.
Yeah, your energy is all into your career as you should.
Boy, if you don't get...
Man.
It's just like when you at a restaurant and it's your birthday. Nigga, if I make it to the cake that y'all give for free.
I'm not here for that.
Yeah, I'm not here for that.
How do you focus on a relationship? Like being single, going out, dressing up.
I mean, you did it right there, just within the acknowledgement of it. But somebody have to be on your level or higher. And if not, they really got to come in some form of fashion.
Like, what do you need?
Right. Like, that really got to come in some other way, like an assistant or something that you, like, you know what I'm saying?
That I fall in love
that
with.
you fall in love with. Other than that, it's over with, bro.
You know what happens to me?
What?
You like, then you get to the bottom, and I'm like, he's freaking married. So I have to go back and unlike my pictures. You need to pin that post.
Look, if a woman is single, as she gets older, she will only become more desperate. That's just the reality. And it's always sad when a woman thinks that her career is going to enhance her beauty, or when her career is going to increase her value as a woman. Her career has nothing to do with her value. It's not going to increase it. And if a woman is too focused on her career, it's just going to make her a masculine woman. And she's going to go through the rest of her life single and asking the world, why am I single? Even though she knows why she's single. Because she refused to look herself in the mirror and date the men that are on her level. So instead of doing that, she's always going to get emotional.
Guys, I'm really in this gym getting emotional because I'm really doing this on my own, without medication, without diet pills, without Ozempic, without cheating. Like, I'm trying so hard and I'm so proud of myself. I'm literally on vacation in Turks and Caicos, working out so hard. I am so proud of you, Braylon. I'm so proud of you. I love you so much. I love myself so much. I am so proud of myself. I am just trying so hard to be the best version of me. I get up every day and I try to feed my mind, my body, my soul, and my spirit with just the ultimate level of nutrition, whether it's reading something healthy, eating something healthy, listening to gospel meditation music. Like, I am doing the best I can, and I am so, so, so proud of myself. I'm not taking the elevator anymore. I'm taking the stairs, and I'm really doing this. Like, I just have to thank God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. No more shortcuts. I'm in here grinding. It is so hard, but I'm doing it, and I'm proud of me.
And want a pat on the back for doing something that she's supposed to. You're supposed to be working out. That's what you're supposed to do as a quality woman. Don't do it and get emotional about it. That's your job.
I mentioned this in a previous episode. I'm like, men don't talk to me in public, and it's probably because I'm always dressed down. I'm in a hoodie, I'm in sweats, my hair is never done, it's probably slicked back. I just look like I'm taken. Running errands. I look like I'm going to pick up dinner. I don't ever look like come talk to me.
But do you feel like come talk to me? Because men can feel that more than we can see it. Like, if a man cares about your clothes and like what you're wearing, and like he's like, oh man, I can't talk to her because she had on a hoodie, then he probably likes men.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm
so
saying?
much
Like,
for that warning.
yeah, I think it's more like a man won't approach you on how you're looking.
Do y'all know being delusional is a sin? The reality of women like this, fellas, they are compulsive, pathological liars. They refuse to accept reality. they refuse to accept the truth about themselves. So what they usually do is come up with a lie in their head that they want to be true, and they start to believe that lie and navigate through life as if that lie is the truth. And as a man, you want to keep far away from women like this. She refused to believe that maybe those men don't want me. She refused to think that in her brain, because in her brain, she thinks all these dudes want me.
I don't care if I am walking down the street in a thong. That is not an invitation to disrespect me. I have on a tank top, no bra, and a hoodie. It's hot in Atlanta. I got on a frontal. Now that frontal starts sliding, I'm gonna be mad. We're rushing. We're in the airport. I take off my jacket because now I'm sweating. We're sitting at the gate, me and Shekinah. This old ass man. I thought he was gonna ask, can you show me where the bathroom at? Something like, you look beautiful, God bless you, nice young women. I don't know. He goes straight into it. Not no excuse me, nothing. He looks directly at me, and we look up. We're quiet now because we like, what you gonna say? You done walked up on us. We in the airport. I know you ain't got no gun. This man walked up to me and goes,
I said, excuse me, huh? Say what?
what?
What did you just ask her?
At the same exact time, what we say, sis, that's inappropriate.
It's sad. And look, fellas, women like this usually find the church when they are on their last stop, when they trying to hold on something to use. So then they start using God for views.
I was like, this is cool, but I was also like, I don't want a podcast again. I never in my mind was I like, I'm going to start my solo podcast and I'm going to be a podcaster. So when God dropped it in my spirit, there was fear there. The idea sounded cool. It sounded great, but I had come from a traumatic podcast experience.
See, I'm a big supporter in a person finding God, because I do believe at some point we all should find God, right? But when a person decides to use God as a rebrand for a podcast, that shows me that that person don't value their faith. That shows me that that person don't feel like their faith is sacred.
People think when you give your life to Christ, all right, now you talked about the Lord, you still cussing. Give me a second. I've been cussing for 25 years and I've known Jesus for 10 months.
And it goes back to me telling you all earlier, being delusional is a sin. Because here's the reality. She claims that she had trauma from her last podcast. Because I keep telling y'all, bro, only birds are on a podcast. A virtuous woman will not sit down and discuss her relationships. That should be something sacred, especially when it comes to women.
You went to Nigeria, is what I was going to ask you.
I went to Lagos.
Did you meet anyone in Nigeria?
Girl, them Nigerian men was scary.
What do you mean they were scary?
They was a little aggressive.
Don't you like that?
I kind of did.
Ain't no single man in here? Okay. Okay, who else? I can't see you. I don't know yet. Shine a light on them. Dang, it's only two. Ooh, I need more options than that.
Any woman who is comfortable discussing her relationship should let you know the type of woman that is. All right? She don't really see her relationships as sacred. She's just out here having fun. So it's easy for her to sit on a podcast and discuss those relationships.
I want to date great men.
Baby girl, if you gotta text me and ask me about your boyfriend, then whose boyfriend is it? He belongs to the streets. Right answer. A+ for you.
This chick is pretty much known for being on a podcast looking for a man or looking for guys. That's her main thing. She's always looking for, I'm trying to find a man. Can I find a man?
Where's a good place to find guys?
A sports event.
But I don't like sports.
I know, but the guys we like do.
So I've got to sit there and
Yes.
pretend.
Get cute and let's go to a soccer game. We got to go where successful, nice men that we would want to date would be. A museum.
All right? A woman like that needs healing. That's exactly what she needs. But instead of getting healed, she rebrand herself, and now This is crazy. She's using God for views. This is wild.
Wait, what's going on with this?
Sound speed. And we're speeding. Action.
Let's try this again.
We're not, woe is me no more. We're not, oh, my heart is broken. He ain't calling me back and he don't want me and he did. You're lit. Get up. Get up. Without God, I am nothing, but God made me lit. God is using me as a vessel.
Hell of a rebrand. Look, this is a woman who wants a great man. But in order to want a great man, you gotta be great within yourself. So a lot of times when women are not eligible for those men, they become extremely delusional. Fellas, this is a real thing. Women become delusional when they can't get the men that they want. And the reality is those men is not even on their level. Those men are way above their level. So they're gonna keep shooting for the stars, and in the process, if they gotta become delusional doing it, that's what they're gonna do. And they're gonna start living a lie. And this is why I tell you all dudes, delusion is a sin, bro. Because once you start living a lie, everything about you becomes a lie. And here's the reality why, to me, she is weaponizing God is simply because if you really found God, you will really want to take some time out and keep that to yourself, because you got to become one with God to really find God. But as soon as you found God, you launched a new podcast after the other one didn't work out. And her main thing was always to chase after men. We are looking for the guys. Where are the men? I'm trying to find a husband. Desperate. Fellas, a woman desperate is a very low vibrational woman. Desperation. Nothing comes good from desperation. The only thing desperation will do to a woman is turn her into a bird. It's turn her into a delusional bird. And here's the reality, bro. And it's why I tell you all dudes, the last stop for a bird is always the church. Because when a bird exhausts everything else, like when she's tired of trying, instead of working on herself and looking herself in the mirror, she's gonna figure out a new strategy.
All right, so I'm with B Simone again, y'all. You know, last time we talked, she said she didn't have a boo. She's looking for a husband. So we back again. How's that journey for looking for a husband?
You know what? I'm not looking. It's just he's gonna come to me. I'm just being patient. I'm preparing myself. I'm getting one with the Lord, and I'm focusing on my vertical relationship with Jesus. But once you get that right, everything else falls in line.
A bird is gonna be like, what can I do? Got it. So I'm looking for a husband and I can't find a husband. Let me find the church. Let me go to church. It's gonna clean up my image. I'm gonna be looked at as a good girl, and I'm gonna be able to find a husband. Fellas, it's all a strategy.
Yeah, I told people to go to church. I told them go to church, come in late with a red dress on and some high heels, and clickety clack through the church and sit on the front aisle, the front pew. Make sure everybody see him walking through. Go up to get saved at the little altar call, and you will leave with some type of man with some type of money. Jesus will get you some money. Walk in that church late. Make sure you look good.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
These birds are so low that they will use God just to try to find a husband. Fellas, be wise out here, man, but the signs are always there.
Going to church today to find me a man, and I got my tall boots on, so only tall boys allowed.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. You all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.